The woman's own mother pulled out her oxygen tube and leaned down to whisper to her, "In your next life, don't be so kind." What no one expected was that Lisa, who died carrying deep resentment, would unexpectedly be reborn back to 1 year earlier. In this life, she would no longer live timidly or cautiously. She was determined to punish everyone who had ever bullied or used her. Lisa had once lived in a wealthy family. Her family ran a well-known art gallery, and Lisa herself was an exceptionally talented painter. But instead of nurturing her gift, her mother treated her as a tool, forcing her to copy fake paintings so perfectly that they could be auctioned off as originals, bringing in huge profits. One day, the truth was finally exposed. Someone revealed the shady practices of her mother's company to the public. As her mother panicked, not knowing what to do, the mayor leaned over and whispered something in her ear. She immediately called Lisa over and told her to take the blame, to help her mother just this once. At the same time, the mayor publicly announced that his wife knew nothing about the scheme, claiming that everything had been secretly arranged by Miss Lisa together with him. When Lisa tried to defend herself, the mayor calmly said he had evidence, records of transfers to shell companies found in Lisa's car, and additional forged paintings hidden in the gallery's studio. Only then did Lisa realize that in her mother's eyes, she had always been nothing more than a scapegoat. The police moved to take her away, and at that moment, her mother put on a show, tearfully saying it was all her fault for failing to raise her child properly, and even begging the police to arrest her instead. Watching her mother's hypocrisy made Lisa feel sick. What hurt even more was that her husband, Nick, didn't defend her at all. Instead, he went to comfort her younger sister, Irene. It turned out that the woman Nick had always loved was Irene. He had only married Lisa so he could stay close to her sister. Taking advantage of the chaos, Nick told Irene that he would divorce Lisa and come to her. Irene snapped back, asking if he'd lost his mind. She said she had always known Nick liked her, everyone knew except Lisa, who was too slow to see it. But she also scolded Nick for being just as delusional, daring to covet something that didn't belong to him and turning everything into a mess. Their conversation was overheard by Lisa. Once discovered, Lisa stormed off in anger. Nick tried to go after Irene, but Lisa stopped him. At that moment, she still wanted to believe her husband had been lying until Nick pulled out a divorce agreement. Only then did Lisa finally accept the devastating truth. Betrayed by both her mother and her husband, she chose to flee. While driving, her mother called again. After struggling with herself, Lisa answered and asked what she had done. He had taken Lisa in when she had nowhere to go and raised her all these years. Now it was time for Lisa to repay that kindness. She said she would hire the best lawyer. Once the fines were paid, Lisa might not even need to go to prison. By an oncoming car, when her adoptive mother arrived at the hospital, the doctor said Lisa had lost too much blood and suffered multiple organ injuries. Surgery was no longer an option. All they could do was monitor her condition. After the doctor left, the mother walked in and shut off all the Then she finally spoke the truth. She said she had hated Lisa from the very beginning. Back when she first went to the orphanage, she had planned to casually pick any child to take home. But Lisa, eager to please, could be never knowing what you want, being despised and insulted without even realizing it. Listening to those cruel words, Lisa's tears fell uncontrollably. In the end, out of what she called years of shared fate, her mother gave Lisa one final piece of advice. In her next life, don't be so kind. A knock sounded at the door. The mayor arrived. The mother told him to plug the tubes back in and then leave. After she exited, the mayor called Lisa's biological father and held the phone to her ear. No one knows what was said, but it made Lisa let out a faint sound. Once the mayor restored the machines and left, Lisa finally slipped into a long, silent sleep.